Welcome to our presentation on post-secondary pathways. We're going to look today at how these pathways influence your choices of courses for your grade 12 year at high school. So what are your options? There are many pathways that individuals can take. However, there are 5 initial pathways: university, apprenticeship, college, a gap year where you take the year off, or the workplace. Let's look at how you decide what pathway you would like to take. Here's a question for you. Who are you? And it's important to understand who you are because generally that points to what you can do. And the more you know about yourself, the better you're able to respond to changes and obstacles that you may face. It helps you build adaptability, and it will help you in making some choices about where you want to go, what you want to do, and how do you want to study in the future. So what if you're not sure about the answer to that question about who am I and where do I want to go? We have a resource for you on our Cedarbrae website under the guidance area called Career Resources. On that page, we have many resources, but the one I want you to think about looking at is this one on My Blueprint. My Blueprint has a section called Who Am I? There are 5 different surveys that you can take that will help you answer some of those questions. And I would suggest that you look at those because once you finish those surveys, what will happen is you will be able to connect your answers to occupations, to post-secondary pathways. And that will give you a little bit of an idea of where you might want to start. There are other resources on this page too that will help you look at college and at apprenticeship and at university. And we also have one that is for looking at what if I want to change my pathway? What if I want to go from college to university or university to college? It's called On Transfer. And it will assist you in seeing what are those possibilities of changing if you decide to start in one post-secondary pathway and move to the next. So the 3 pathways that most students will choose from are apprenticeship, college, or university. They all take a different length of time to do. They all have a different way of teaching. And if you take a look at this slide, what you'll notice is it is really your choice as to which area you go into. But what is that based on? So we talked about who am I? So one of the things we need to understand is what is the learning style? How do you learn best? Are you a hands-on learner? You like the hands-on, the practical, you want to get right into it and do the work and you don't want to sit and listen? Are you a person who likes to do practical hands-on but also likes the theory of it? You like to understand why something is happening and why are you doing it this way and what do I need to know to understand my practical hands-on work I'm doing? Are you more a theoretical person who wants to delve into the whys, the hows, the whens, the whats, and understand the theory of everything, but you don't enjoy doing the hands-on practical? Each of those types of learning influences the area you choose to go into, and it also influences the type of courses you choose in your course selection. The first pathway we're going to look at is apprenticeship. An apprenticeship is really hands-on learning. You're going to be combining paid on-the-job training with in-class instruction. And this allows you to get the skill, get the knowledge that you need in order to work towards being a certified, highly skilled tradesperson. There are many apprenticeships that exist, and they are in a variety of areas. There are electricians, and there's plumbers, and there's arborists, and there's early childhood educators, and there's bakers. There are a variety of skilled trades that exist that students can look at for an apprenticeship. Perhaps you've never thought about apprenticeship. So how do you know if it's for you? It really is based on understanding yourself. So do you enjoy working with your hands and putting things together? Do you understand how things work? Do you like being physically active? Do you like learning by doing? Do you like working with new technologies? These are questions to ask yourself. And if you said yes to some of these or all of these, maybe you consider the area of apprenticeship and do a little research to see if perhaps there is a skilled trades that you are interested in pursuing. What are the steps to become an apprentice? On screen, we have the traditional route that many have taken to become an apprentice. You finish high school, you look at the trade that you are interested in, you find an employer to hire you as an apprentice, you register that apprenticeship, and then you start to work in the trade area that you're interested in. So with respect to course selection, you could consider looking at the possibility of taking co-op. Co-op can lead you into taking something called OYAP, the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. And this particular program is designed for students to start to work in an area of apprenticeship they are interested in. And they can do that through their co-op placement in high school. And so if it's something you're interested in, think about the possibility of taking co-op. So what if you can't fit co-op into your timetable? It's a 4-credit co-op. You're still interested in apprenticeship, but you're not so sure if you can give up 4 periods in a semester or do OYAP. So what you do is you do some research, you look at pre-apprenticeship training. This is offered through the Ontario colleges. And as you can see, there is safety training for extra skilled, training to improve your skills, basic level apprenticeship, in-school training, and a work placement that averages 8 to 12 weeks. The training lasts for about 52 weeks and starts at different times of the year. It's free, no cost for textbooks, safety equipment, or tools, but it is a way to try out the apprenticeship program. So if you can't fit co-op into your selections, or the 4-credit in particular, then consider looking for pre-apprenticeship programs. Apprenticeship training is broken into 2 sections. There's the on-the-job training, which is the majority of the time, and the in-class learning, which is a shorter period of time during the year where they are studying. It can take you about 2 to 5 years to complete an apprenticeship, depending on the trade that you're interested in. And also, the person is earning a salary as they're doing the on-the-job training. So this is a great mix of hands-on with a little bit of theory. If you might be interested in the skilled trades area, some interesting facts for you to know. There are 144 skilled trades available here in Ontario and in Canada. 48% of our skilled trades laborers could retire within 5 years, so jobs in the skilled trades areas will be in demand. And in Canada, the average wage for a skilled tradesperson is over $70,000, depending on which trade you choose to go into. If you are interested in learning more about apprenticeships, please visit our Guidance Post-Secondary Pathways webpage. Take a look at our links that help you to learn more about starting an apprenticeship. Look at the OYAP link, and there are other links that will answer some of the questions that you may still have about the apprenticeship pathway. Research is absolutely necessary in trying to figure out what you want to take in grade 12 and what post-secondary pathway you're going to choose. So let's move on and look at college and university. To research your university programs, there is one site you can go to that will give you everything that you need to know, and that is our Cedarbrae Post-Secondary Pathways University page. Here there is an extremely important tool for you to use. It is called OU Info. This is where you're going to research your programs, and you're going to search for programs either by using a keyword, so something that is associated to what you think you're interested in. Or you can look at categories. So university programs are grouped into categories. You can look at that category. Or you can search by university. Say you're interested in going to one particular university, but you don't know what they offer. So you can search all the programs that university offers. And this OU Info search tool that I have on the web page for you will assist you in doing that. What are you going to learn at this site? You will learn what you have to take in order to get into the program you're interested in. And that will influence what you end up taking in your grade 12 year. It will tell you specifically the prerequisites, the courses you need to take in order to enter or apply to a program. Now, if you would like a little more information about how to use this OU Info site, there is a OU Info tutorial. Please watch that video and find out how to use the tool and more information about what you can find. In doing your research, you have probably noticed that every university is asking you to have 6 grade 12 URM courses to get into their programs. So, in your grade 12 courses, you're going to be choosing a minimum of 6 grade 12 URM courses. What does that mean? Well, every university does want you to have grade 12 English. So that grade 12 English course code would be ENG4U. So the 5th digit in every course code indicates the level of the course. So in order to apply to any degree program, you need to have 6 courses in your grade 12 year that have a U or an M in them. If you choose courses that have an O in the 5th spot or a C in the 5th spot, they are not going to be used in your average towards applying to university. It does not mean you can't take those courses, it just means they will not be used in the process of the offer of admission to you. So you must have a minimum of 6 grade 12 URM courses. In your research for the universities, I'm hoping what you might have seen is that there are programs that you're interested in, but some universities will ask you for more prerequisites than maybe another university. And the reason for that is because there are some universities, say they're in Toronto, they're very popular, lots of people apply to them, and so they ask for more prerequisites because they want to narrow down the number of people that they give offers of admission to. But you could look at another program that's outside of Toronto that's asking for less prerequisites, and they're just as good. The program is just as good. They just happen to be outside of Toronto and they don't have as many people applying to them. So you need to be very clear as to what programs you're interested in and what they're requiring. That's why I said do your research. You'll also notice too that some programs are going to ask you for a minimum mark in certain subjects. So for instance, they may want a 70% in advanced functions if you happen to be applying to a program that needs it, or a 70% in your English. So your aim is to get those marks that they're asking you to get. And they have to be part of those 6 grade 12 URM courses you are choosing for grade 12. And sometimes you will see that there is a policy on repeated courses, and you need to look at what that policy is for the university that you're interested in so that you choose wisely when you are choosing your courses for grade 12. Another possibility for something you might consider taking is what's known as the joint or collaborative programs between universities and colleges. And this is important to know because it requires you to have 6 grade 12 URM level courses in your grade 12 year. And this will impact what you choose for your grade 12 high school year and what you study. The collaborative program links the colleges and universities together so you get both a combination of hands-on learning and theoretical learning. With this type of program, you may earn a degree by itself, or you may earn a degree and a diploma from the college and the university. The most common collaborative program is the Bachelor of Science nursing degree. So, for instance, Toronto Metropolitan University has agreements with George Brown and Centennial College. And these programs would have you, for instance, start at Centennial College for the first 2 years or George Brown College for the first 2 years studying nursing, and then your last 2 years are spent at Toronto Metropolitan University. And by the time you finish the 4 years, whether you're at TMU Centennial, TMU George Brown, or TMU by itself, you still get the same nursing degree from Toronto Metropolitan University. This particular program requires you to have grade 12 university English, grade 12 university biology, grade 12 university chemistry, and they do want a math. And most collaborative nursing degree programs want you to have a grade 12 university math. Some will also allow you just to have the grade 11 mixed math or the grade 11 university math, but their preference is the grade 12. Another example of a joint or collaborative program is the one between University of Toronto Scarborough and Centennial College. It is a journalism program, and you spend time at the University of Toronto Scarborough campus and the Centennial College Morningside campus, and you work on the journalism degree and diploma for 4 years. And when you finish, you have, as I said, a degree and a diploma. It requires you to have grade 12 university English plus 5 other grade 12 URM courses. So if you're looking at this type of program, this does impact what you take in grade 12. In looking at the collaborative programs, there are some benefits. It is a combination of hands-on and theoretical. And as I said when we started this, the type of learner you are will influence what you take next year and what post-secondary pathway you choose to go into. So this may be a good option for you, so take a look at those. The other thing too is the average that's required to get into the program may be a little less than a straight theoretical university degree program. And also tuition may be slightly less than the university program because you're doing a combination of work with the college and the university. So if you are that hands-on theoretical person together, perhaps this is an option for you to think about. We've talked about university so far, so let's start to think about comparing college and university. If you take a look at this, what you can see is that university provides undergraduate degrees, postgraduate degrees like master's degrees and doctoral degrees, but is pretty much theoretical in nature. If you look at college, what you'll see is that it provides certificates. That could be a 1-year certificate or a graduate certificate. It provides diplomas, 2-year diplomas or 3-year diplomas, and a 3-year diploma is called an advanced diploma. It also offers you the possibility of bachelor's degrees too and apprenticeship type programs. The main focus here is again practical hands-on. There is theory, but is practical, hands-on. So what do both of these have in common? The commonality is the collaborative type programs. There's cooperative education, there's work placements, there's internships. So sometimes the two will combine, and sometimes what people do is they start off in university and finish a degree, then they take that degree and apply back to a college so that they learn more about how to do a particular job. Sometimes students will start off in a college program and then look at applying to a university to complete a degree. So when you are considering what you want to take next year, think about the possibilities of where universities and colleges can blend together. One of the opportunities that many students don't know about is the college bachelor degree. It is a degree that blends theory and practical experiences. It is career focused, so it is training you to do a specific job. And there is a co-op experience that is mandatory for you to take during this degree so that you have some real life opportunities, you get to network, you get to learn about the field of work you're interested in by going out and working in it. It still does require you to choose 6 grade 12 UNM courses and to make sure you have your university English and 5 other grade 12 URM courses. So the research that you need to do for this is again to find out what are the prerequisite courses that are necessary for me to take in order to apply to a college bachelor degree. If you're interested in the college pathway and how it impacts your grade 12 choices, then you need to go to our Cedarbrae Guidance Post-Secondary Pathways webpage and click on the word college. Here you will find specific links that will give you information that will help you determine what to take in grade 12. The types of program link will show you the difference between a certificate, a 2-year diploma, a 3-year advanced diploma, a bachelor's degree, and an apprenticeship program. Each of these areas or programs will have very specific requirements to get into them. The skilled trades section will give information to those who are interested in the area of skilled trades, and you can look at the diploma programs or the pre-apprenticeship programs, but it will give you a start as to looking for what you need to take. The highly competitive programs link will show you programs that there are too many applicants for the number of seats. So what I mean is you could have 300 people applying for 100 seats. Not everybody's going to get in. So there are very specific requirements for those programs, and you need to look at what the courses are that you need to take. Is there an average you need to get in grade 12? Is there a specific mark you need to get in each of the courses that are required for that program? The Find a Program tab is going to be very helpful to you because what you can do is you can click on that link and put in a keyword to do a search for all the programs that are related in some way to that keyword. You can also do a search by category. So each of the programs at college are grouped into categories, and when you click on that category, it will expand and show you what different programs are available within that and take you to something that you're specifically interested in. There is also the ability to find programs by clicking on a college icon, and this way you get to see all the programs offered in one particular college. What you are looking for, no matter what kind of search you do, is what courses do I have to take, so the prerequisites I have to take in order to get into that program. And each college program will require you to take a grade 12 English, and it will specify what level of English they would like you to take. There might also be some science prerequisites, there might be some math prerequisites, but many of the programs just require an English, and you need to take a look at that. So use this resource to assist you in finding out what the prerequisites are for you to get into the programs you're interested in. In order to go into any of the pathways that we've talked about so far, there are certain things you need to do in order to get your diploma. First one is you need to earn 30 credits. 18 of those credits are compulsory, and 12 of those credits are optional or elective credits. You also have to have completed your minimum of 40 volunteer hours. You can complete more, but you need to get those handed into the guidance office. You must have passed the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test or have taken and passed the OLC 401 course in order for the literacy requirement to have been met. You also must have either completed your 2 e-learning courses, or you must have opted out of this requirement. And opting out requires you to bring the opt-out form to the guidance office so that we can check this off for you. To make sure you have all your diploma requirements, you need to check your Ontario Student Status Sheet. On this sheet, you need to check your total volunteer hours, your literacy test status, your e-learning requirement status, and the total number of compulsory credits that you have earned to date, along with the optional or elective credits that you have earned. You can get a copy of this from the guidance office, and you may sit down with your guidance counselor to discuss the sheet and see what you still need in your course selections for this coming school year. When choosing your courses for grade 12, make sure you choose 8 courses. This allows you the possibility of dropping a course if you need to. Also choose 3 alternatives. These give us the classes that you are willing to take if by chance you have a conflict in your timetable or a course gets canceled. You should only have one compulsory left to take, and that should be your English. Or if you're in extended or immersion French, you also need to take your immersion French or your extended French at the grade 12 level. The remaining courses are electives, and these electives are going to be based on the research you've done and the programs you're interested in taking. And you will include in your course selection those prerequisite courses that your program requires. Also, while speaking of prerequisites, make sure you have the grade 11 prerequisite necessary in order to take the grade 12 course you're interested in. So go to the Cedarbrae website, go to the guidance area, look at the course selection, go to the grade transitions page, and look at the prerequisite handout I have for grade 12 students. So here are some of my final thoughts. You need to use all the research tools available to you to gather information and make wise and informed decisions based on this information. You need to start exploring your post-secondary options now, that is, if you haven't already started. You need to review the course offerings for the upcoming school year. And then you need to enter your course selection into My Blueprint using the tools of course descriptions, prerequisites, guidance messages in order for you to make wise decisions. If you have any questions about post-secondary pathways or course selection, please come and visit us in the guidance office. Ms. Beck works with students with the last name A to G. Ms. Canaris works with students with the last names H to PAS. And myself, Ms. Dodham, I work with students with the last name PAT to Z. Use the resources on our school website. Research the post-secondary pathway you are interested in. Choose the prerequisites necessary to go into the program that you wish to take once you have completed your diploma. And again, if you have questions, come and see us in the guidance office.